some mac and cheese right now at the moment. And I just got done, well, not done, but I was watching a segment by a particular individual called The Humanist Report on how Zoran Mamdani's election over in New York basically proved, without a shadow of a doubt, that the election that Kamala Harris tried to win, and obviously failed to win, for all intents and purposes was done, and their failure was a result of her staunch support of Israel despite the obvious genocide that she has been having to deal with. You know, Israel's genocide of the West Bank, Israel's current effort to antagonize Iran, Israel's whole thing with the Gaza Strip and with Gaza in general, it's very clear that Americans do not want to be involved in this whole kerfluffle. And by kerfluffle, I obviously mean genocide. It's important to realize that, historically speaking, Americans haven't exactly been the most fondest of genocides. I mean, sure, our governments have been involved in it with the Native Americans for all intents and purposes, but when it push came to shove, we didn't exactly engage in full-on extermination programs. What we did is that we did like basically what it was in essence a war for the United States to just expand westward. And that was basically it. It sort of began and ended there. And while there were definitely genocidal sentiments amongst the populace as well as the politicians towards the Native Americans, there were people like Teddy Roosevelt who, for the most part, while he definitely hated Native Americans and he didn't like them at all, his attitude was basically a similar attitude that a lot of other people had um, during the time contemporaneously. That while they were definitely sort of an outlier in the sense that they weren't really willing to play ball or really weren't willing to be able to actually, oh, I don't know, assimilate towards American society, he more or less viewed them as Americans. But when it came down to it, the genocidal tendency towards like ending the Native Americans wasn't really a thing. But here's the thing here. The reason why it is the Dems are having such a hard time in actually getting their shit together and responding towards what people are doing. Hey Ella, how you doing? I'm doing good. Responding towards how people are in terms of the electorate, why it is people have a huge issue with the Democrats and whatnot, it's because of the vote blue no matter who attitude. I mean, just think about it. Ever since the Clinton administration came about, there has been this oppositional effort by the Republican administration to quite literally, for all intents and purposes, to like circle the wagons and, well, I was originally from Sacramento, California, but now I'm in Cherokee, Arkansas. So yeah, that being said here, it's important to realize that during the Clinton administration, there has been an effort by the Democrats to circle the wagons on this. To basically attempt to, if you would, to create a loyal base of voters that will vote for them no matter what. And this has tremendously backfired on them in so many ways, with each Democratic administration since the Clintons. And I know it's only been Obama since the Clintons, but it's important to realize that we're also talking about not just the presidency, but we're also talking about the Senate and the House too. Democrats have been in such a low standing, in such a low effort in actually garnering support and maintaining that support over the entirety of their seats and over the entirety of their efforts. I mean, it's not just the fact that they're geriatrics. It's not just the fact that they are beholden to the donor classes. Yes, those are problems, those are issues, and those are huge, huge reasons why it is that Democrats refuse to actually listen to their base. But those are symptoms. Those are symptoms and not necessarily causes in my eye. Because in my mind, for all intents and purposes, vote blue no matter who is the reason why it is the Dems just can't get their shit together. They just can't really find the wherewithal to actually, I don't know, support people when it actually matters, support the base when it actually matters. Not just engaging in rhetoric of kitchen table issues, which is fine if they want to go ahead and engage in that rhetoric. But it means nothing when they refuse to actually listen to us and the things that actually matter. The whole Gaza shit, the whole Israel shit that's going on right now, that's a huge issue. That is one of the defining issues of the last election. And it continues to be the defining issue of the current elections and how things are going within the midterm. I mean, it's the reason why Zoran Mandani won over in New York. It's just, I don't know who Sid Sloth is, but if he's basically one of those people who have been dick riding Israel, then I agree. So, that being said here, I just wanted to go ahead and say that for the most part, because it's just a problem. It's been a problem for a long time. I remember back in the day during Obama's administration when there was an effort to bring to light the mass casualties that were more or less endemic in his administration when it came to drone strikes. Like, overwhelmingly, there was such a huge problem with the drone program under Obama. It was like there was like, what was it, I think it was like 50 or 45, a ludicrous amount of civilian casualties basically was present in every single drone strike. And you have to wonder, why the hell is that even like allowed to begin with? But, this was during, of course, Obama's second run for the presidency. And there was a huge bit of rhetoric regarding that. I remember arguing with a friend of mine who was a staunch Obama supporter, in which I had to hammer it home to him week after week after week whenever we got together to actually engage in our talks about politics and about a weekly little get together that we did in a chat room that this is unacceptable. But what was his issue? The Republicans. Oh, the Republicans are bad. Oh, the Republicans are this. Oh, we have to support the Democrats because of the Republicans. Yes, the Republicans are a problem. There's still a problem to this day. But the problem is meaningless if you don't actually hold Democrats accountable. It's pretty obvious to me that the problem is vote blue no matter who. It's an endemic, attitude that people have throughout the entirety of the political process. You can't engage in party politics and not try to hold people accountable and not have it start blowing up in your face. You can't have an attitude like vote blue no matter who run rampant amongst the electorate without it leading to shit like this. So yeah, it's I just wanted to say that. It's like, why do people think that the Democrats aren't responsive towards them? It's because they count on you to vote for them. It's because they count on you that no matter what, they count on fear of the Republican, fear of the other side, to mobilize you into voting for them. And while that might have been true to some degree, I mean, I was willing to vote for Kamala Harris despite everything else that was going on, despite her unwillingness to call a spade, basically calling Israel's shit that they're doing to the Gaza Strip a genocide. I was willing to vote for her on that, primarily because Trump was astronomically worse, and it has been proven by and large that is the case. But I don't think Kamala Harris would have done anything differently. And that's the problem there, to be perfectly honest. That's the major issue, is that I don't think that Kamala Harris would have done anything differently. She would have probably been more tut-tut on the rhetoric, she wouldn't have done shit like tried to say, oh, like, the Palestinians should thank me for sending food, even as he torches like 5 million fucking dollars worth of aid. Just poofs it up in fucking flames no matter what. Like, that specifically is disgusting. I don't think she would have done that. At the very least, we would have gotten some form of rhetoric that would have moved the Overton window, that probably would have moved uh, the Democratic Party off to the side. But now, the Republicans are literally so awful that the Democrats have banked on the strategy of just relying on them and relying on the vote blue no matter who shit. I'm sorry, but if I see a single person I'm subscribed to, if I see Vosh, uh, if I see the Humanist Report, if I see any of these fuckers start circling the wagons and saying, oh, we gotta vote for the Democrats, we gotta vote for the Democrats because the Republicans are worse. No, I'm dropping them like a fucking stack of potatoes. There's no reason why it is people should have gone ahead and embraced the vote blue no matter who shit. There's no reason why it is people should have, like, completely just acquiesced policy in order for vibes, really. You know, engaging in vibes-based politics is how we got here in the first fucking place. And it's basically how vote blue no matter who thrives. So, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and state that, for the record. It's been driving me up the wall because nobody seems to actually be commenting on it or discussing it. Everyone seems to be basically sidestepping the issue. So, yeah, I think it's just the elephant in the room that we're going to have to deal with for a long, long time.